some hope. Kamala Harris role. Let's go to Kristen. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. This is 0 Hour.
We should get you in on this
welcome to a new day. And the Associated Press, New York Times, ABC have declared Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. to be the next president of the United States, the 46th president of the United States, and Kamala Devi Harris as the next vice president, the vice president-elect of the United States. And now my watch has ended. Now our work begins. My friend's sending me. My friend just sent me a message saying he's getting out of the shower. Like, thank you. Yes, I'm good. Anyway, so that's where we are. The news is going to play in the background, y'all.
Chokeholds, for example, for police officers. He's talked about building on Obamacare. Now, that gets very complicated
so now
because remember,
it's done for now. For now, I mean, it's not done. It's just begun, but it's declared.
He's talking about rebuilding Obamacare. This is one of the questions I asked him during the debate. What do you do if it gets tossed out? How do you rebuild that?
Because once
when
these,
your plan really focuses on
these organizations that I just mentioned to you, ABC, New York Times, and PBS, Associated Press, they have been tracking presidential polls and not polls. They've been tracking presidential elections for decades, and Associated Press century, or century or more. As long as Associated Press has done it, it's the longest running one. And the way that it is done is, I have no idea, honestly speaking, but I suppose you have to wait for Fox to declare. Let me see if Fox has declared. Had the Foxes declared? The Foxes declare Biden wins. Fox News projects Biden to defeat Trump. Become 46th president after winning Nevada and Pennsylvania. Fox News projects Biden to defeat Trump. Joe Biden elected president. ये आया है Fox News से. अब हम जाएंगे ब्राइटबार्ट पर. डिफरेंट एक्सेंट करके जाएंगे, क्योंकि ये जो बात है ना, ये 4 साल का बात है. अब हम हिंदी में बात करता है तो हम देखता है कि ये क्या बोलता है. ब्राइटबार्ट तो क्या बोले, लाइव अपडेट्स दे. Okay, now let me stop being disrespectful here. What's going on? Breitbart isn't... What? Is that saying anything? Breitbart? Oh, okay. Breitbart says... Where you go, B? Okay. AP projects Biden will win Pennsylvania and the White House. Okay. They're just copying and pasting the tweets from CNN and New York Times and all these places. I suppose they don't want to say it themselves, but I'm just going to scroll on down and see if they've said anything themselves. Is it even worth it for me to do that? No, not really. They're going to, whatever, it doesn't matter. It no matters. Twitter censors Trump. Sure do. Whatever he's done. Lame duck. Lame go be duck. Okay. Luck. All right. So NBC has also projected it. So now the votes are going to be tallied, the votes are going to be tallied all throughout the states. But since this threshold has been crossed, I believe it's a 3% threshold. that the numbers are very unlikely to go the other way. And you better believe that Trump is going to go to court on any case anywhere that he can. But his momentum by his own people will dwindle. You've already seen Mitch McConnell and other leaders of the Republican Party who are active to start to pivot away from Trump. And now, now the more cantankerous he gets, the more he will be alienated. So the only thing he can probably do right now is to just not say anything. He's already at his golf course and not at the White House. So the White House is empty and we can start fumigating and sterilizing it already. I don't think they're going to come back. I don't think Melania is coming back. I don't think Trump is coming back. Donnie Don is coming back. I hope that they took Barron with them. You know how sometimes parents forget kids in the cars? Like, please don't forget Barron in the White House. Like, I don't really know much about the kid, but I'm sure Joe Biden and Jill, First Lady-elect Dr. Biden, would be opposed to raising Barron as their own. But they'd have to go through the foster system for that. You can't just leave a child there. But do sterilize and fumigate, because they've spittled all over the goddamn place. Well, it's goddamn now because they spittled all over it. It's a sacred place, but I don't know, man. Women. See, these, with 0 Hour upcoming episodes, we're going to talk about many things. But one thing I want to say to you now is this election was a referendum on white male masculinity, the white male masculinity paradigm that has effectively governed society, Western society, and colonized and oppressed Africa and Asia and many other parts of the world for centuries. This is the death knell on that. Now, and you might say, wait, I don't know what you're talking about. Let the votes come in, let everything come in, and then we can talk about it. But my assessment and prediction is that white men and men in general will have voted more for Trump. There have been stories out that have talked about how it's even black men are gravitating. It's because of the masculinity factor of it. It's machismo. The platform of the GOP now has effectively become, anti-abortion, which they frame it as pro-father's rights. It's flipped on sort of this weaponization of the Second Amendment, which was meant to give us a sense of defense when there was not a stable government. It has taken this idea of toughness. It's ironically, the toughness was projected by a person who skipped out on going to the military by saying he had bone spurs, and now he's the toughest man on the planet. And the first thing he's going to try to do is try to get one of his memorials or one of his presidential centers smack down in the middle of Washington, and I hope that doesn't happen. I know that won't happen, actually, because I don't think the establishment GOP has ever, behind closed doors, just gasped out a more resplendent sigh of relief the moment Associated Press, New York Times, PBS, NBC, ABC, and all of these other highly reliable and decades, if not centuries old institutions have come out and reported on their billions of hours of good faith, credibility, and trust with the people of the United States, it's actually astronomically impossible for this tide to turn around the other way. In this last year, I have gone into the understanding of astronomy and astrology a little bit, and you're going to be wigged out by this, but I've been watching. I literally have gone through hundreds of videos about astrology and about elections and this and that, and there have been people who have looked at it and predicted this and good and bad. And what I have learned after watching these videos from dozens and dozens of sources on YouTube, and never discount the power of YouTube and your power of observation. And I'd like to do a shout out to the little 17-year-old young man hero. I think his name is Avi, who created the COVID information website. This is sort of a segue, but I want to just talk to you really quickly about it. The website is N as in North, COV.2019.live. It was done by a young man named Avi Schiffman, and you can follow their updates on Twitter at Avi Schiffman or at Daniel Conlon. Avi did an interview on Democracy Now! And talked about how he learned to do coding and everything on YouTube by watching the videos. And if you harness the power of your observation, you can do anything at this time. So what I have observed is that I'm waiting on Biden to come out and speak at some point. So and when he does, I'm gonna finish. And I hope you can see that my dogs are, whatever. Let them play. Why am I being so uptight? I need to just let go. And so back to that astrology bit. What I've seen and the impression that I've received is that, it's all about gravity. And if the moon has an impact on our tides and we are 73% water, then it would be logical to think that 70% of us is impacted by the push and pull of the moon. So why not the same with everything else that is around us all over the universe? People are gathering in flocks all over the country. NBC is showing images in Washington, D.C., people on the streets everywhere. This is like after the end of World War II. It's amazing. Oh my God. I love you guys. I love you ladies. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I'm just going to stick around here and be a loser all by myself and talk like you guys are all here. You girls. See, how do I stop that? How do I stop the inundated patriarchy into our linguistics and psychology? Those will be topics that we discuss in 0 Hour as we go deeper into what's fractured in our society. So you see how they've woken up because I got excited. Nothing I can do about it right now, but he's so cute. He wants me to come to bed. I'm on the other side of the world, so it's 10:30 here at night. So it's what was I saying? Oh, let me go back to that masculinity bit. So it's about So this election is a referendum on that white or that male dominance paradigm, and a transition into an inclusive, diverse, emergent paradigm of which men are a part, an essential part. It's not that women and gay men and black people or black women are going to. My dog is protesting at the moment by throwing out all the pillows from the bed. But I just have to ignore him. Sorry, boy. Go on, baby. Go on and sleep. Baba Kachuchi. Go on. Not right now. I know. You're the cutest puppy in the whole wide world. You're the cutest puppy in the world. Now go on. Go sleep. So, no, don't say no. You need to go sleep. So, this election is a referendum on on masculinity, and a rebuke of that. This is we're going and the American politics is laying in layers by this paradigm of race, gender, and masculinity. It has been from its inception, and it reached a sort of an inflection point when Jack Johnson beat Jim Jeffries at the turn of the 20th century in the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship, and then with the 19th Amendment. So, give me a second. So, and it has been building up. And that has become the GOP platform, not because the GOP thinks that that's what's right, but they think that that's their strongest voting bloc, and the insecurities of masculinity are the easiest things to exploit in the halls of power, or so it had been. And I'd like to express my thanks to Hillary Clinton for what she did in 2016 by saying that men aren't all that, by winning by 2.9 million popular votes and losing the Electoral College vote because of 77,000 votes in the states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, which I tweeted about in 2016 as it was happening. And Biden has reclaimed it. This is my friend's calling. Hi, girl. Hi, I'm watching and I'm recording my live show on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube if you want. Or let me share that link with you guys on Twitter.
What?
I'm broadcasting half naked.
Okay, that's nice.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy. I actually wasn't expecting it this morning. I thought I would be.
Oh yeah, the best things happens when you least expect them.
I knew he was going to win Pennsylvania, but I didn't think. But I'm very happy. I mean, but Trump is going to lose by several. Not only.
This is going to keep. This is the avalanche is coming in now. And
yeah, because I think Joe's going to win Arizona, Nevada,
Georgia. I'm going to just but yeah.
It'll go under recount, but he'll win.
Are you drinking already?
No. What am I drinking?
Yeah.
No. But I just got my champagne out.
Girl. Hey, minor.
That's very good too, the remarkable.
What?
I'm talking to Minor.
Well, don't leave me out of it.
I'm just opening the champagne.
I hate you.
What am I can't do two things at once.
Okay, hold on. What
are you doing?
I am posting on Twitter my live feed for my talking, and you're part of it too, because you're right there. So I'm gonna do something. Is he talking yet? Is he talking yet?
Not yet.
Are you popping it? Watch your eye. Away from the eyes. Next thing you know, you go blind.
Deserves some credit on this day.
Live, I go be live. I go be live. Oh, I should have bought a bottle of champagne. Damn it. Pop it. Veuve Clicquot. Get a bottle of Bollinger for inauguration day.
Okay, could you grab the champagne glasses?
Yeah, I know. Are they honking outside?
What?
Are they honking outside?
I think there is some honking.
Are people honking? Yeah. Hey, pop out the cork. Pop out the cork. Out. Hello?
I don't want to hit anybody.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. It's a cork. Shake it a bit and pop it out. Shake it a bit and pop it out.
Are you sure you know how to do that? No.
Not in his face. Girls, do it right. I wish I was there right now. Yay! Woohoo! Yes, honey, it's over for now. Yes, I know he's so happy about it. You guys want to go in bed now. Yeah. Yes, you want to go in bed. I know you want to go in bed. But you go in bed soon. We go in bed soon. Yes, we go in bed soon. Yeah, we go. Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Nigel! Hi, Nigel. Oh my God, my phone's gonna die. Let me call you back.
What?
Let me call you back.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. My phone's gonna die, and I'm gonna FaceTime my friend on the computer. I love every single one of you who hasn't watched me, and every single one of you who has. And President-elect Joe Biden is going to govern for every single person who voted for him, as well as every single person who didn't, like he has promised. And I believe him, because he is a man of his word, and he is the transition man, and he is the man who has taken our country out. Ooh, Times Square is filling up. Oh, social distancing, people, social distancing. I hope y'all social distance, wear masks, even gloves. No kissing on the streets unless you know the person. Oh yeah, everyone's social distancing. Everyone's out, but everyone's social distancing, and it's wonderful. It's just wonderful, because now all the MAGA people are going back in and hiding their bed sheets and tiki torches. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, people are out. People are out. Every vote counts. Oh, are these Trump supporters? Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. You can protest. So, that's the thing. we're not going to go out and make fun of people who are going to protest now against the election. Let them. What's important now is to focus that none of the elected officials in the GOP do that. And especially that Mr. Trump doesn't do that, because that would be illegal and getting in the way of the democratic process. And that's not something that the incoming administration is going to look upon lightly. But do protest, and do it peacefully, and do express your dissent, because that's what this country is all about. And I'm 100% serious about that. But do expect me to start making fun of y'all if you don't accept it. I want everybody to know that saying something is a legal vote or an illegal vote is not the right terminology. The right terminology is a valid vote or a legally cast vote. Saying a legal vote or an illegal vote is the same logic that they use to say legal immigration or illegal immigration. I'm not going to go into this, the psychology of it, but you understand the minute I bring in that analogy. So keep that in mind. Follow the numbers, because I sure as hell will not anymore, because I've done it for so long. And I am going to go ahead and sign off. And from now on, 0 Hour is going to look forward and discuss the things that the United States needs to do to reassert its place in the world, to restore our republic, and to rebuild our republic. Not just the way definitely not the way it was before with fossil fuels, but with new ways of solar, wind, and other forms of renewable technology. And by employing people and training them for jobs in these sectors, as well as in investing in education and service to the greater good, to reminding people of the importance of being an active citizen. These are the things that we have to hold dear as we rebuild our country, as we help the people who have been helping us through this COVID nightmare, and also get a control of this virus and get a hold of our society, enlist back in the Paris Climate Agreement, start with putting regulations on and empowering the EPA and taxing the super rich, and holding Vice President Kamala Devi Harris and President Joe Biden accountable for every single thing they have promised, and also being active in our local, state, and federal governments, and calling our elected representatives and the public officials, other public officials, to tell them how we feel and what we think we need to do to go forward and move past this really dark period in our history. So now everybody's waiting for Joe Biden to come out and speak. I'm going to go and talk to my friends back home in Chicago, and I love every single one of you. And we are going to discuss from now on until our country is up, running, and flying, or until I die, whichever happens first. E pluribus unum. La 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 la, we won. La 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 la, we won. La,